Well, welcome to another bourbon hunt. I think this is now episode 10. We've been doing this a while, haven't we? Well, today we're going to do something a little different. It's going to be a little shorter, a little different format. So let us know how you like the new format in the comments. So come along with us as we're on the hunt for tasty bourbon. We are off on another bourbon hunt. This one's going to be a little different. We're targeting individual stores so we can try to do more bourbon hunts, but not have the length of videos and the time it takes to produce them. So target one store and see what we can find. And we'll put a list up on the screen of what we're searching for today. We'll always have a lucky 7. Doesn't mean we're buying 7, but we have 7 on our list that we are pursuing. And it turned out to be a beautiful day. They said it was going to rain. Well, does it look like rain to you? Okay, we ran out of battery juice. I don't know exactly where it stopped, but we're real close to Appalachian Beverage. So we'll turn it back on so you can see what the outside of the store looks like. At least you'll know where it is. Says I can go the back way. Oh, that's interesting. we're going to switch cameras and we'll see you inside. I can tell you, this is really a jewel in the rough up in Ellijay. Ellijay is not known for its vast retail enterprises, but this is quite a good store. So I've been looking for the Chattanooga single barrel, and because I really need to get that and put that on my Lucky 7. And they still have a lot of the 1792 single barrel. This is actually where I got my single barrel from, and I thought it was a pretty good price. I think it was around $44. Working our way around. They've got a lot of the Ezra books. Now, other than the old Ezra 7, I'm just not a real big Ezra Brooks fan. Jack Daniels. And then, of course, the Woodfords and some of the lesser expensive bourbons are on this back row. It's kind of an odd place for it, and Elijah Craig's single barrel. Not a bad price. I've seen single barrel strength for a lot more in other places. And the Maker's Mark 46 cast strength. This is on my Lucky 7, so I just have to decide whether I'm going to get it if I don't see something I want better on the Lucky 7. I have to be quick to see it. It's on the right with the gold label, but a full-size Jack Daniel's single barrel proof and a pretty good price. I just don't see a lot of those out in the wild. You'll have to excuse some of the motion blur there. I'm recording at 60 frames per second, but I don't think it's high enough for this kind of viewing, so I'm going to try to work on that. But we're just kind of looking over what they've got. This was kind of interesting. I'd never seen this, a 5-star bourbon battleground spirits, and it's like here in Georgia. Don't know anything about it, but I have to look into it. If you know anything about it, let me know in the comments. But it's the only place I've seen it. And of course, the Bibb and Tucker Double Char. I'm now seeing that all over the place. And we just did a review on that, and I can tell you, that is a wonderful bourbon. If you like something smoky and different and a lot of char, that's it. Here's the Casey Jones Barrel Cut. I did like it. I was just kind of disappointed. When I got it, I thought it was a bourbon, and it's not a bourbon, but it is quite tasty. Going down the line here looking, and look there. Eagle Rare out on a shelf, $49.99. Now, I generally pay $45 or under, but still, if you wanted an Eagle Rare and it's right there to grab, that's a good sign. A Noble Oak, $39.99. I definitely recommend, if you haven't tried the Noble Oak, you should try it. And looking at the Yellowstone, I've never had a Yellowstone yet, so I was really contemplating it. And then Milam and Green, we've got a bourbon fight coming up between the single barrel and the new very small batch. Things about the Pursuit bourbon. This is the rye, but I just never see it out there. I know I can order it, but I've been trying to find one on a shelf. And of course, the Chattanooga. I'm still looking for a 6th bottle for upcoming blind, distillery blind on all the Chattanooga. That should be an interesting contest. And I'm always interested when I see the barrel products. I just got a dovetail that we need to do a first pour on, and probably the next one I'll get is this Vantage. So that's going to probably go on next week's Lucky 7 list. And that's pretty much it, except for the barrels in here, where I was looking again at the Yellowstone. And this is their single barrel. It's a store pick. And it was like $62.99. I almost got that. It looks really good. And this is probably the one I'll get when I get into the Yellowstone. And of of course, there's single malts. Everyone is reviewing single malts. I'm not quite ready for single malt. I think someday we'll do it, but right now I'm having too much fun just reviewing bourbon. And I'm still debating whether to try any of the Oak and Eden. I think the whole stave in a bottle thing is a gimmick, and I've got such good bourbons now with stave profiles and wheat profiles. I'm probably just going to pass on that brand for right now, maybe later on. Basil Hayden. I just never heard anything good about Basil Hayden except for this toasted. I've heard reviewers say good things about the toasted, but it's like $70, and I got some really good toasted bourbons that are under $70. So let me know what you think of this Basil Hayden toasted if you've tried it. And on the way out of the store, if you want to try for a Pappy Van Winkle, they got a raffle for a charity. It's a good cause, by the way. So, what did we get? Of course, the Maker's Mark 46 cask strength. So that'll be coming up in a bourbon fight probably within the next week or two. We're going to try to schedule that pretty quick. So that's all today for Appalachian Beverage. We'll see you next time on Bourbon Hunt.